As threat of a new COVID variant, Omicron looms large, states have imposed guidelines to contain the threat of spread of the virus. Maharashtra, after a rap from the centre over mandatory RT-PCR for domestic travellers from other states, extended the validity of RT-PCR reports to 72 hours. In exceptional cases, testing may also be allowed on arrival at the airport. Mumbai airport operator has communicated to all domestic airlines that they shall not board any passengers for landing in Mumbai without negative RT-PCR test before 72 hours of departure. Straying from the centre's guidelines, Maharashtra government has specified that the passengers coming in from at-risk nations shall mandatorily undergo institutional quarantine for 1 week and take RT-PCR tests on the 2nd, 4th and 7th day post their arrival. Centre, on the other hand, in its guidelines has said that travellers from at-risk nations will need to take RT-PCR test on arrival, and if tested negative, they have to undergo home quarantine for 7 days followed by retest on the 8th day. The centre has urged the Maharashtra government to implement uniform guidelines. India Today exclusively spoke to Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope over the Omicron threat and guidelines issued by Maharashtra government. Listen in.
Why are you insisting on RT-PCR if I am double vaccinated and I want to come to Mumbai?
Yeah, absolutely. You are right, and we will be reviewing it. We had actually, after issuance of the order, we have deferred it at present, and we will be amending it as we will fall in line with whatever the other states are, or we will fall in line as per the government of India.
You're giving us a very big news point which we should flash. You're saying Maharashtra will defer the rules and you will fall in line with the rest of the country. Am I to understand, therefore, that for now at least you're keeping these guidelines on hold of RT-PCR and institutional quarantine?
No, not all, I mean to say, but the interstate actually is a hardship for everyone to do the RT-PCR test for every citizen flying from Delhi to Mumbai and from Mumbai to Bangalore. Right. So all these passengers will be facing a lot of hardship. So I think that is really a point which needs to be amended. Right. And so I had spoken to the Chief Secretary. Our Honorable CM is in the hospital at present, and so he has also spoken to the Honorable CM. And we are 100% amending that hardship clauses which has been mentioned in the orders issued.
All right, Aishwarya Paliwal is joining us from Delhi and Mustafa Sheikh is joining us from Mumbai for all the very latest. Mustafa, I'm throwing straight across to you first. Bring our viewers clarity in terms of once they arrive from an international flight, what is the standard operating procedure that applies to them in Maharashtra?
Well, this international flight standing operating procedure is very straightforward, which is that there will be an RT-PCR test conducted and it will be institutional quarantine. And also, before the 6th day, where the quarantine gets over, a test will be conducted. What is really confusing the travelers is the domestic guideline which has come up in Maharashtra, because the BMC has come up with a guideline that even for domestic travelers, an RT-PCR negative report is required, which should be at least done in the last 48 hours. But while the Health Minister Rajesh Tope was speaking to India Today, he said that these guidelines will be taken back. But because it has not been taken back on paper, on notification, it has led to a confusion in the domestic flyers who are landing in Mumbai, whether they will have to have a RT-PCR negative test or not. So this is something with the BMC has to come out with a clear guideline. But as of now, the guidelines which stand is that 48 hours RT-PCR negative test, even for domestic flyers at Mumbai airport. Back to you.
All right, Mustafa, continue to be with us right there. We also have Aishwarya Paliwal who's joining us from the Delhi airport right now. Aishwarya, the guidelines, I believe, are slightly different state to state, but they're all primarily following the centre's guidelines on this. As far as Delhi is concerned, what is the SOP that is being followed from passengers arriving from at-risk nations and the ones who are arriving from the non-at-risk nations?
Well, before I tell you the SOPs, I have someone who's travelled from London to Delhi. आपकी कितने घंटे की flight थी?
9 घंटे की फ्लाइट थी, 2 घंटे पहले ही डिले हो चुकी थी और यहाँ पे आने के बाद इन्होंने RT-PCR के नाम पे 7 घंटे खराब किया है
तो
ना।
आप अंदर 7 घंटे तक बैठे
हाँ,
रहे?
7 घंटे तक वेट किया। अभी 4 बजे लैंड हुई थी सुबह में फ्लाइट, तो अभी मैं 11 बजे निकलूँ तकरीबन।
अच्छा, तो अंदर का क्या प्रोविजन क्या है? जब आप फ्लाइट से उतरते हैं उसके बाद आपको बोला जाता है कि आप टेस्ट करवाइए?
हाँ, उन्होंने रोक लिया हमको, जो ऑफिसर थे अंदर, और रोकने के बाद उन्होंने बोले RT-PCR कराइए आप। उसके लिए लाइन में लगे, फिर बोले वो ऑनलाइन रजिस्ट्रेशन करो पहले। तो ऑनलाइन एयर सुविधा पे रेडी कर चुके थे हम, RT-PCR भी अपलोड कर चुके थे एयर सुविधा के पोर्टल पे। तो उसके बाद भी उन्होंने दोबारा से फिर वही प्रोसेस
पूरा करवाया और आपको 7 घंटे बैठा रहना?
हाँ, और 7 घंटे के बाद रिपोर्ट उन्होंने दी, तब आने दिया वो।
So, this is what most of the travelers at the moment are facing. They have to sit inside for more than 7 hours, which in itself is a very harrowing experience. We are standing right outside the international arrival, and many people, like the one we spoke with, have been telling us that the flight landed early morning, but they are coming out only now because the entire process is very cumbersome. Chaiti.
Well, they would have to find a way to simplify this particular process because obviously, as you rightly pointed out through the person who just landed, that he's had to wait for 7 hours at the airport before he could even get out of the airport. Perhaps some simplification would have to be done by the Civil Aviation Ministry with the Health Ministry. For now, Aishwarya and Mustafa, thank you for joining us with those updates right there. United States has reported its first case of newly detected Omicron variant. The fully vaccinated patient has reported mild symptoms and is now under quarantine. Take a look.
This is the first confirmed case of COVID-19 caused by the Omicron variant detected in the United States.
The first known U.S. Omicron case has been found in California, U.S. health officials announced on Wednesday. The patient, who was fully vaccinated but did not have a booster shot, has mild symptoms, according to Dr. Anthony Fauci, the top U.S. infectious disease official who briefed reporters at the White House.
The individual was a traveler who returned from South Africa on November the 22nd and tested positive on November the 29th. The individual is self-quarantining, and all close contacts have been contacted, and all close contacts thus far have tested negative.
For days, U.S. health officials have warned that the new variant, first detected in southern Africa and announced on November 25th, was likely already in the United States, as dozens of other countries also detected its presence.
The profile of the molecular profile of the kinds of mutations that you see would suggest, A, that it might be more transmissible and that it might elude some of the protection of vaccines. But we don't know that now. We don't know what the constellation of mutations are actually going to be. We have to be prepared that there's going to be a diminution in protection.
Fauci said it could take 2 weeks or more to gain insight into how easily the variant spreads from person to person, how severe it is, and whether it can bypass the protections provided by vaccines. President Joe Biden on Wednesday repeated that the new variant is a cause for concern, but not a cause for panic. Biden said earlier in the week the country would not go back into lockdowns and promised to lay out his strategy on Thursday for combating the pandemic over the weekend.